second live stream. Today we will be doing some more work on Clicky's henhouse. Specifically today we're going to be working on some concept art for the entrance gates and possibly other stuff if we have the time. As you can see, I've already set up my Maya scene. Well, I haven't actually set up Maya. I've opened it, but it takes a long time to load, so it's good enough. Because what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some basic block art for the shape I want my entrance to be, and I'm going to sketch over it. Hopefully that will, well, that'll be easier than just straight up drawing it, because as I said, my skills aren't entirely too good when it comes to drawing. Okay, so first up we're going to go to do project window, new, select the location for it. Maybe I'll turn that off, so you won't be able to exactly see where I'm putting it, but because that's going to be a bit stupid. But you know, do this. Give me a minute. I'm having a bit of trouble. Oh no. Turn that. Just currently creating the Maya project. Accept. Yep. Alright, we'll turn the screen back on. So I've set up my project window. So now whenever I save or anything, it will be connected to this. My Maya project, which will be good. I'm not sure. This is not meant to be a tutorial for Maya, but you know, if you have any questions, I'm sure I can be able to answer them. So we're going to quickly get up some my reference images I got for the entrance. Just need to find out where it actually is. Here we go. So I tried to get some small reference images of small ticket entrance gates. So we have this one from Dollywood, and this other one. I tried to make them small and wooden sort of thing. Don't have to be wood, but they probably will be. So I'll be using these reference images to try and think of a reference gate. Move those over here. So first of all, we need to make sure this is going to be the right size. So we'll go to grid. We didn't turn it off. Grid options. Currently, it's a meter with a grid. It's a meter squared with a 10 meters across. That's not going to be big enough for a theme park entrance. So maybe 100 meters. We'll go 50 meters should be good. I currently have the unit set up as centimeters, I believe. So if we go into settings, we go into settings. As you can see, my working units is centimeters. Therefore, every unit of measurement it's said will be in centimeters. I need to quickly work up display. Need to make sure my give me a sec to brainium. I need to make sure my grid options doesn't disappear quickly. To be brutally honest, I don't actually know how to do that, which is good. So we're just going to ignore it for now, because I can't actually remember how to do it. So we're going to try and create just some images. This is currently a 1 centimeter or 1 centimeter cube. Going to try and make it a bit larger. More or less, just going to be making it. We're going to be just sort of making it up as I go along right now. I'm not quite sure the size of wooden blocks or wooden pillars really. And this concept is only going to be used for the sketches. It's not actually going to be the block art I'm going to use unless I'm super happy with it, and then maybe. So make that a bit smaller. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need to figure out how to do. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make my I need to increase my view distance because I don't actually know how to do it. I just don't know how to, unfortunately, which is quite embarrassing. I'm just gonna have to try and figure that out. And what ideas are you keeping from yesterday? Oh, that's a good point. So with the layouts we decided, we will be using this layout eventually. So so we will be the car park, the entrance hall, deliveries. This will be the staff area. Then we have more of the food and rest area, and then we have the rides all around it. That's going to be the idea we're going to use eventually. Put that back. Just need to remember. Oh god, this is so embarrassing. Oh, I wonder if it swatches. Let's try that and see if that changes anything. It does not. It's not swatches, everyone. I don't even know what that really is. So instead, we're going to do something a bit funner. We're going to make it all a lot smaller. Just until I'll do some research off stream to figure out how to actually change the size of the render distance of my grid, because this is very embarrassing. Okay, so what I notice about all these rides is that they have ticket booths in between the in the roofs. So basically you got the walkways and a ticket booth on either side. And that's something I want to try and do. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make this, instead of it being a wooden beam, make it go down like that. Sort of make this we'll make this a wall for the ticket booth. Then we're going to Control D, make it a little bit longer. Hold down J to rotate it after pressing E to get up the rotation tool. Move it about here, and then we're going to make it smaller, because I notice the ticket booths are wider than they are longer. At least the one I'm looking at right now. So we'll do that. Control D, move that one over there. Here one, Control D, back over here. Then we're going to select them all again. Control D, and put them up a bit. Now we're going to grab this one, Control D, make it down here. Make it a bit. Actually, something we're going to do first. Get all these, make them quite slightly taller than this. Grab this, Control D, move it down. But instead, we're going to make it smaller like this. So this will be the window in the middle, the ticket booth. Control D, move them over, and now we have a window on both sides. Click this one, Control D, move it downwards, move it a bit smaller, and now we have some windows for the front of the building. So basically, you get your tickets at these windows, and these windows are more or less used for the staff to see if people are coming, in my mind. And I actually know if parks work like that, but we're going to make it work like that. Yep, that looks good. There's like a little counter. Control D, move it over to the other side. On this side, we're going to have something slightly different, as we're going to actually make this one slightly thinner. Move it a little bit over, move it a little bit up, and make it larger. Actually, we're going to do something better. We want to keep it at the same height as the other things. So instead we're going to select this face and then pull it upwards instead of scaling it. And so basically now we have windows, ticket windows, and a doorway. And that's going to be the first of our booths. I'm going to select all of them, Control G to put it in a group, and this will be ticket underscore booth underscore 01 underscore block out. There we are. Now we'll just use this group to move them around instead. Going to click this button to center the axis. Actually, that would do. Now what we're going to do instead is we're going to make the axis in the center of the bottom of it. So we're going to hold down D. So we move the axis, and we're just going to have to sort of eye it and hope that that's more the middle. Press space again to go back into perspective mode. And now we're going to move them slightly over. Control D. Have a ticket booth here. Control D. Have a ticket booth here, using the grid to see if we have them about right. And then we'll grab these two. Oh, I see. I've done a bit of an oopsie with my numbering. Make that go back. 02. Very embarrassing what's been happening. Me and my naming convention so far. Make that back. Make it back. Underscore 03. There we are. I'm going to select these. We're going to select these two. Control D. And we'll move them over. This time we're going to use the slide perspective view to make sure they're about the same width apart as this one. And they do seem to be. So that's going to be all our ticket booths. So now what we're going to do... J for Jotate. Yeah. Well, actually, J, just what you use J for is that it will snap it in nice increment. I think it's 15-degree increments, I think. What you hold down J for, which is useful. Okay, going back to my reference images, they all seem to have pitched roofs, which we're going to try and do. So what we're going to do, very simply, that we're going to get a cube, put it up, make it bigger. But instead, what we're going to do, we're going to hold down the edge. We're going to hold on Shift, and we're going to. Which one is it? I guess we're going to use this tool. Not. Is that the tool I want? I'm trying to look for the something called the merge tool. It must. Oh, I see. Click that one, and that one. Then we click merge. It's done it the wrong way around, but it is what I wanted. So I'm going to click that. Press E to rotate. Hold down J to make it snap. Yes, J for snap. I don't know why it's J to snap it, but there you go. Now we're going to use this one for our roof. Bit smaller than that. Like that, I suppose. Then we're going to push it across like that. And we've now got ourselves a roof over our ticket booths. Next up, we're going to make a little turret, because I think that'll be cute. So we're going to just get so it's going to be a very simple turret. Just going to get that here. One thing we're definitely going to do, however, we're just going to make that big and put that a bit out of the way. Get all this. We're going to move it back into the center, because I only just realized it's not actually centered right now. And zoom right in. Make sure that's about there. Looks good. There, and now we get back to this. Really lower it. This needs to be centered. I can't believe I haven't centered it automatically first. I guess I'm a fool. Just a court jester. Move that. Yeah, it's good. Okay, now we can do this turret. Going to make it a bit smaller. I'm going to hold down, press its face, and move it slightly upwards. And we're going to get its... We're going to also make another cube. Increase it upwards. Make it slightly bigger, like that. But this time what we're going to do with its face is we're going to make it go like that. Just to try and add a little bit of interest. It's not going to be a completely flat roof. A bit upwards. Like that. Then we're going to make another cube. Go up like that. Sort of slightly big like that. Just going to get this one. Move it up. Make it smaller. And put it on like that. Because there's quite a few buildings that sort of have this double sort of roof thing, and I think it's kind of cute. So we're going to have that like that. And now what we're also going to add is we're going to get some cylinders. Go like that and like that. Not quite that tall. Then we're going to get. Actually, it needs to be definitely smaller than that. And then we're going to get it to vertex select the top, and send it upwards. I have this one a bit going in, probably not that tall, maybe a little bit shorter. Object mode. I'm holding down right click to get that little menu, by the way. So we're going to have it just over the edge. Go on this to make sure it's in the right spot. Put it about there-ish. Then we're going to get this one, Alt D again, put it over the edge of this one. Vertex. Make it shorter, a lot shorter. Then we're going to Control D again. Put it over the center between these two. Vertex. Push it upwards. And now we're going to Control D, move this one over here, Control D, this one over here. Yeah, it needs to be slightly over. And these are going to be flags. We're going to just, and we're not going. We'll draw on the flags ourselves, but that will be for our flags. Yes. We're going to all get all of this. Control G. Whoops. Make that a bit backwards. Like that. Then Control D, and this will be entrance. It'll be the entrance. I think I've spelled that wrong, but whatever. Underscore block out. And we're going to make sure that the turret. Yeah, that's the turret. Is also in its own group inside of it, which will be turret underscore block out. It's a much better naming convention I could have done, but this is just going to be super simple to be able to get something to sketch with. Okay, so now what we're going to do, first we're going to save it. I just realized I haven't actually saved it. Very naughty of me. Very, very naughty. Basically, the problem with all these super intense editing softwares like Maya or Photoshop, if you have that, is that they take up a lot of CPU and have the tendency to crash. I don't like the idea, and when it crashes, you lose everything. So you're supposed to save very often. I don't do that because I've yet to actually have a major crash that just makes me lose everything. So that's kind of bad. So we're just going to do this block out. I'm going to do this I'm going to do concept underscore block out, so we know which one this is. Underscore entrance. Yeah, that'll be that. So it's concept, because we know this is going to be the concept used for drawing the concept. block out, because we're going to be using this for block out, because this is just a block out, and then entrance, because that's what it is. Save as. Continue. Now what we need to do is get some images of this to be able to draw. You do that. Turn off the grid. I'm going to make some. Can't really see the window of it, unfortunately. So this will be slightly hard. So what we're going to do is actually, I'm going to go back in here, and we're just going to remove these rear walls. Back here, file, save scene. Yes, I know I'm using a student version. Yeah, we'll just go here. So now we have a good view of all the things. And now we're going to go to my snipping tool. Snip, snip, snip. And this is the snipping tool. It's the most useful tool in the world, as it will literally just allow you to select a bit of screen you want to do a screen capture of. Now, again, I don't want you to know where all my stuff is, so we're just gonna turn off the screen for a tiny little sec as I save this image, just to be safe. Need to remember where everything is. Here we go. This will be entrance underscore. Actually, it should be concept underscore entrance. Concept. Actually, just be concept 3D entrance. Save it as a PNG. And to PD entrance 1. There we go. Save. Now we're going to turn on thumbnail again so you can see the next stage where I go space. We're going to go get the side of it, space. And we're going to go, oh, I just realized something. That doesn't look too good. So we can do that. Go back to snipping tool. I'm going to again turn off my screen. New. And we're going to grab a image of the side of the entrance hall. Save as concept 3D entrance 2. And now we will go turn the screen back on. Go back to the entrance. Now we'll go to the top of the tower. That make any difference? No, it doesn't. Nope. Right. Go back to snipping tool. Get a new snip. We've got it snipped. Turn off my thumbnail again. File. Save as. Concept entrance 3D 3. Save that. Now, what we've done is we've gotten enough images to start doing a draw over of it to sort of get some reference, so we can sort of make a nice looking concept piece. Or maybe I'll just photo bash it. I'm not sure yet. We save the scene. Yep. I set up Photopea, so we'll use this new project, and we will do it as a 1920 by 180. It should be good, hopefully. Background will be white. Create. And now what we're going to do is, new scene. I'm going to get my concept images up. We're going to place them in one by one. Here is the concept image. This will be the side of it, no, the front of it. This is the side of it, and oh dear, and this is the top of it. I'm going to move that a bit more to slightly better positions. Now what we have to do is and of this, I suppose. Now we're going to have to draw over it. Let me just get my drawing tablet ready. Just by that I mean move it in front of my face. And we're going to get a new layer and zoom in a bit. Still trying to work out how exactly you use Photopea again. Get these, opacity, put them down to about 70%. And now what we're going to simply do is we're simply going to draw over these. Get a base idea for our paintings, or entrance. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm just going to get my tool, get a paintbrush. Need to get a nice color for it. Something I didn't learn yesterday and I'm going to quickly figure out is how oh, here's the color thing. Alright, cool. Gonna make that just straight up black. Decrease the brush size a bit bigger than that. And now, that was awful. That's also awful. Alright, no, we're not going to do that. God damn it. Ah! Oh. Ah. If you haven't noticed, again, this is not my forte. Drawing. Zoom in a bit more. A bit more to the side. Now we need to do these windows. Ah. 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 Oh God. How's that looking? Looking pretty good. I'm quite happy about that. I'm going to create a new layer. Put it over. And we're going to have ooh, this is something I need to get in reference images, so let's do it together. I'm going to get that, and we're going to get some reference images for chicken coops. I forgot about this. I need to look some pictures of chicken coops, as I want to make that more of a style of it. I mean, this is supposed to be a chicken coop, but you see the problem with all these chicken coops, they're quite modern. I want to try and make it, you know, farm-like, barn-like sort of thing. See, this is the kind of chicken coop I'm looking for, because we can try and get some of my stock ideas on what exactly the windows would look like and all that. So as I'm seeing beams around all the windows and details. The doors are more or less double beams and that sort of thing. And that's what I want. I'm going to go back to Photopea. What we're going to do is we are going to search out. Yeah, the intros can be super finicky at times. Actually, it's not my Wacom. Occasionally it will have to do this on Photoshop, but I'm mostly just noticing Photopea being a problem, because it makes me wish I was still at my school, which had Photoshop, because Photopea is a free alternative for a reason. Move that. Make some diagonals. No, it wouldn't be like that. If you want Photoshop, I can give that'd be nice, but Thank you for the offer, but I'll be fine. I can work something out. Oh, I mean, we'll chat about this after. Don't do that. Just chat a bit. We'll talk about it after the stream. Now that looking pretty good. One thing I noticed about that had in the center of the other of my reference images, which I'm using Dollywood as the main reference, that they had a sort of information board within the middle, or a ticket price board. So we're going to do something like that. So we're going to have again using the style of wooden boards over it. And in here, and in there you'll have your ticket information, how much they cost, day rates, specials, that sort of thing. We're also going to do the plank idea over the entirety of it. I noticed in the chicken coop I was looking at, it had a plank slightly higher. It had its bottom plank slightly higher. So we'll do that. And then put these planks down like that. Sort of like that. Looking kind of nice. Back on. Now what we're going to do is that one ticket it's one ticket booth. It's going to click select tool, select it all, but actually select it all properly instead of just sort of vaguely doing it. Put that. Now if this is like Photoshop, if I hold Alt, yep, it'll copy it across. Fortunately, I need to actually have selected both layers. See, it's slightly poorly here. Select on both layers. I want to move all this, but yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to make those two copies of their own layer. We're going to merge those layers into one. Then we're going to move it across. Yes, this works slightly better. That a bit. Maybe like that. Click that like that. Like that. Shift and Alt. I'm pressing Alt and moving it, by the way, if you're wondering how I managed to duplicate it. Why does it do that each time? I think I know. Holding Alt didn't just duplicate the selection, it duplicated the whole thing. Yes, it did. Okay, so we'll just get a good old delete brush. Make it quite a bit larger. Just delete duplicates of it. And that should be, and if we turn off concept, got ourselves a bit of a ticket booth going. Look at that, that's quite nice. Turn that back on, and now we're going to do some other sections. Go back to brush tool, new layer, and now we're going to do the roof section. It's going to be quite simple how I'm going to do the roof. Not even you'll need the wacom tablet, just going to go... Ow, dear, that don't want that to happen. Ah, I believe it's gotten quite a bit bigger based on the... So the remove brush and regular brush, same size. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, I see what's going on. I saw one of the overhangs from these other drawings. I thought, must be same size, but alas, I was wrong. Right, put that up a bit like that. Flip it over. A bit like that. And now we're going to move it over like that. There we are. There, we've got something going here. What I'm gonna do now, remove these quite bits of quite large bits of overhang on the drawing to make it a bit more neat. We're going to do that, all of them, just for the sake of neatness. Want to get rid of all of that. Back off. Turn these all off. It's got the ones I want to see. Yep. Yeah. Move it a bit like that. Like that. Now we turn the bell back on. We'll turn back our concept. Now, it's going to be a realistic style, more cartoony. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for a cartoony style, more of realism, mainly because that'll be a bit quicker to do, and it's more of the style I want to try and get into. I want to try and more get into sort of a cartoony style, because like an arcade, not arcade, what's it called? Mobile games. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to get a new layer again, get our brush, and we're going to make so you know what we're gonna do is, does Photopea have a pen tool? Not there, not there, not there, not there. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna make it a path like that. There, over to there. I'm gonna make it again. Shift click, back to the start, and now we're going to cancel. Didn't want to close anything. Now we're going to have to figure out how to make that fill. I am gonna have to figure out. Can you? Don't want to fill. Don't want to fill. Want stroke. Want just a regular color. We want it to be black. There we are. Want it to be about. Want it to be about 2 pixels. Oop, didn't want that. Now we're going to make selection like that. That's not what I wanted. I don't want that. We're going to make it a shape. Will that do what I wanted? Right, Okay, the pen tool seems to work completely different to my good old pen tool from Photoshop, so that's going to be slightly annoying. Just bear with me, I need to figure this out. It's quite important that I do. Eh. Okay, yeah, that definitely didn't work. Alright. See if I can try. I'm going to try this again. Custom shape. Ooh. Go from there to there. Make that slightly. 0.5 seems to be good. To there. To there. Back to there. Select the point. We are. We're going to like that. Move that up. Move that up. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted. Okay. That to about there. To make it like that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, in that case we're going to get a brush tool. Go down like that. Go down like that. Now I'm going to make the brush tool of the turret. Down like that. Down like that. And up like that. That's a turret for us. We're going to add a window to it. So again, using a style of before, we're going to add a beam across like that. Another beam across from the side like that. Gonna make a beam going down like that. And a beam going down like that. And we're going to add a beam going across like that. Make it go down a bit. Make it go across like that. And like that. Make it go across down like that and that. And unlike the other windows, we're going to have it go across like that. Like that. You go down like that. Like that. Like that. Like that, and have it be sort of one of those windows with the little beam in the middle of it. If we get rid of that, hey, we're making an entrance. Put that back there, and now we're going to do these flagpoles. Instead, we're going to go. What we're going to do with this flag, we're going to again try and do the same as the. So we're going to go up like that. I'm going to go up like that, across like that, down like that. Zoom out and zoom back in. Up like that, across like that, and down like that. Zoom out a bit, zoom in a bit, move a bit to the side, up, side, down. Did not mean to. Yeah, whatever. Up, side, down. And there's two more to go. Middle one, middle, medium. Medium size one, and finally again the small one. Make it go down like that. Okay, so we've got our flagpoles in place. Now what we're going to do, new layer again. Going to go like we're going to get our custom shape tool out. What we're going to do is I'm going to make some flappy flags. What the? Why'd it come out like that? Okay, I think I seem to see what's going on now. Good, like that, like that, like that. Just a small little triangular flag. Just gonna go like that. Now we're going to make it. Oops, Whoops. Right. It's slightly thicker, slightly taller, slightly downwards. Yeah, that's looking good. To create it about like that. And move it over to the other pole. Again, layer it up. It over to the other pole, move it over to this pole. Layer it up. Move it over. Actually, if we hold down Shift, make sure it's the same height. Thank you for the compliment, Flick Bishop. So we're gonna go. Now we're gonna move it again down to middle. Move it against like that, and now we're going to move it to that. Right. So what have we got? So what have we done so far? Turn that off. Got ourselves a bit of a. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. What? How? What's happened? Why? How have I achieved this? Okay, we're just gonna get rid of that because that's god damn it. Right, let's see. I'm going to select you. Control C, Control V, and move you over. There you are. No more nasty surprises this time. Like that. The turret and this middle booth here doesn't seem to be... You know what? I like it. That adds a character to it if it's not completely center. So, yeah, we've got a bit of an entrance. What we're going to do, going to turn these off and move this one just a little bit upwards. Select all of this, put it into a folder, and we'll call this one Enterance, and we'll just call it Front. There we are. So now we have the entrance of the front. Turn that on and off when we want to. So let's do the side of it next. Alright. So first we'll start off with the booth. New layer. Put it up there. Put it up there. Put the whole thing down there. There we go. To layer 8. Get my trusty brush. Go across like that. Go down like that. Go across. And go down from here. Right. Across the front. We can see how I did that, so we can replicate that. Going to go across the window. Ooh, across the window like this. Like that. And now we're going to do the beams. Make a new layer for that. Make a beam. Go across like that. Up. Go down like that. Across like that. And across like that. And make those go out a bit more. You have to remember this one's got little this one's got its bottom beam sticks out a bit, so it can be a counter. It's cute. Go across. Now we'll do the other beams. Go across like that. Go across like that. Go across from the roof. Like that. And now downwards. And downwards like that. Yeah, like that. Now we need to go and do the roof, so we'll go like that. And we will get the same thing I did last time, was a bit of a custom shape tool. So we'll go like that. We'll go from here across to here, about to here, back down again. Move that. Oh, oh, oh dear. Not quite sure how you're supposed to move this, which is quite embarrassing. Half select. No, that's not it. There we are. Oop. That did not want to. Oh dear, it's all gone horribly wrong. Did not want to add anchor point. Yeah, that's much better. Press. We'll leave it at that. New. Next up, we'll do the roofs of the turret. So go from there over to there, up to there, up to there, there, and downwards. Move that up. Move that a bit over here. Put it over to this side. And now we make it go small like that. There we are. Now one thing we're going to need to do is get my eraser tool like that. Make it a bit smaller. Layer is not editable. Ah, I see. So we're just going to, not 10, going to rasterize these layers. So we'll be able to, okay, whatever you want Photopea. Delete the center so we can have a flagpole sticking out in front of the turret, as it would do. Gonna make a new layer like that. Make a brush. We're going to go like that, like that, and now we're going to do it the other side of the turret, downwards and downwards. This turret's going to be slightly interesting. It's going to have okay, you can't do it like that. Okay. What the turret's going to have, it's going to have the, needs to have these planks over like that. So what it's going to do, it's just going to have it going again across like that as per usual. Going downwards. Going downwards. So we'll have a thing going like that through this, just above it, little beam there, and the side will not have a little window, I think. Actually, I'm going to quickly check my reference. No, it will have a little, it needs detail, so instead it'll have some cross beams. Like, not like that, no, that's terrible. Something on those lines. I wish I knew how this pen tool worked. Pen. Path. Down. Just gonna have to... I'm gonna this is quite frustrating. Guess we'll just do it like that, I suppose. Usual lack of better alternative. Rasterize. We're gonna just merge them. We'll have it like that. Yep. Now we'll get our eraser tool, or make it like that. Get that. Again, remove it like that, and we'll move it like that. There we are. That's looking pretty good. Scratch my leg. It's itchy. And now we just need to do the flagpole. Do it like, get another layer. Put it over the very top of all of that. Get my trusty brush. And now we'll go, whoop, didn't want that to happen. All the way over there. Across like that. Downwards like that. Now, have the small one like that, medium one like that. Suppose that you make it go third, so about here seemed right, and there, about there maybe. Yeah, look, and that's the different poles. So now let's take a look at what we've got. First, get it quote like that. We will group them. That'll be Enterance underscore side. Get rid of that. Open up that and get rid of it. Comes up, and so that's the side of it. And pretty nice. If we get the front, so we now have a concept for the side and the front, or at least a little drawing of it. And now we're going to do the roof. Put those up, put that up, put that to the top. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Right. This should be the easiest one to do. Famous last words. So we'll get that brush. Go across like that. Go up like that. And go across like that. And then we'll go downwards again, like that. New layer. Now we're going to do the turret, so we'll go like that, and like that. That will have its little thing like that. We'll just sort of have it like that, so you can clearly see the little roof turret for the turret. And a really small one for the very top of the turret. Now we have to do the edges. I can seem to think of doing that is by going like that. Going like that. Moving it over to this side. We'll merge these layers. That didn't seem to work as well as I wanted it to. Yeah, okay, so we won't merge those layers. Let's move it over. Like that. Ah, there we go, that's what I wanted. Move it across. Rotate it like that. That to go there. That down to that. And now, put them all up. I don't want it to rotate, I want to make it like that. And like that. Pretty much perfect, I'm very happy with that. we will. Yeah, they can all be separate layers. We don't want anything selected, thank you. Oh. Get out a brush tool. We'll make a new layer. Make it go, oops, go across the very edge. Actually, we will not. We're going to do, first we're going to get the ellipse tool. Go like that. That'll be, that is our flagpoles. Oops. Across like that. A bit further. Like that. That. Across like that. Up. Move it over like that. Just want to make sure those are lined up and they're not, so then I checked. Right, like that. Upwards. Now we will draw across. Go from here, oops, here, across. Although it'd just be easy to do that. Slightly over. Ah! Too high. Yeah, this is, we're doing it this way. Alright, cool. Get my trusty eraser. I'll just erase it where we don't want it. There we go. And we will get all of that, group it into Enterance underscore score top. Also noticed got the E in Enterance on this one. Got it checked. Got down that. And now we've got some concepts for what this is going to be. Some uncolored concepts. I no idea if I'm actually going to color it right now in this stream or wait for another stream to color it. So there's that. Just need to give me a minute to brain. Yeah. So I think I've decided I'm probably gonna color this next time on Friday, and just leave this here. I think I've done pretty well myself. I mean, others might disagree, but I take my little victories, and so we're gonna leave it at this. So let's go over recap what we've done. We've made a model, little block out model for the entrance. I'm just going to quickly save again. Better to oversave than undersave. And we have this, a 2D drawing of my entrance with a bit more with a bit of extra added detail and the like. So yeah, nice stuff. So I'm gonna stop the stream right here. So again, we won't be doing it tomorrow on Thursday, but we'll start again on Friday, again at 5 p.m. So if you're watching this on YouTube and want to catch up then, you can, and want to catch it live on Twitch, you can. It'll be Australian Eastern Daylight Time at 5 p.m. This coming Friday. So thank you all again for watching. I'm gonna sign off now. Yeah, see you next time. Bye.